Hello, everybody. Welcome along to another weekend of football. We are up to round 6 in the EFL, and we kick it off with a watch along tonight of Stoke City versus Hull City. And as the title of this video says, a brand new era begins for Stoke. That's our storyline tonight because at the start of this week, Stoke City sacked Stephen Schumacher with Narcis Pelach presumably already lined up and ready to go. He was announced a couple of days later. And the new Stoke manager makes his bow tonight. And I'll give you my thoughts on that as we go. I've just watched the interview with John Walters, the sporting director. Not massively convinced on the detail of what he said, but it's certainly a bold decision. Stephen Schumacher out and Narcis Pelach in. Get involved in the chat. Say hello. Welcome, Nick. Welcome, Patrick. Welcome, Brandon, in the chat. Nick says harsh sacking. I think so, but I do always land on the side of if it's not your guy, then you can remove him. Obviously, Schumacher was in before John Walters was in. Certainly not his guy, and he's brought in his guy, and that's the deal in life. Sometimes your boss just doesn't quite fancy you, does he? And that certainly seemed to be the case for Stephen Schumacher. How fitting. Just watched What the Hell is Going On at Hull City video. Well, we know a fair bit about Hull because we did them last week on the watch along, didn't we? And they lost 2-0 at home to Sheffield United. So Hull without a win. Stoke have a new manager. That is about the size of all of it. Get involved in the chat. I've been rushing around, I tell you, and I've left my iPad in the house. So I'll grab it at half time, but it's going to be difficult for me to track the likes before we do a like spike. So let me just try this. See if I can do it on this screen. I think I probably can. There we go. 13 likes. So what we'll do for the first time this evening is we'll hit a like spike, see if we can head up towards 25 likes. If you're watching right now, hit thumbs up and see if we can raise the number of likes as we go. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. Every little helps with all the thumbs up and whatnot and the comments and keeping the chat going. That is what we need to keep these streams alive and well and worthwhile. Shall we have a look and see what's going on in the EFL Championship this round? Number 6, as I said at the top of the show. Stoke versus Hull tonight is our watch along. Then it's Norwich Watford, QPR, Millwall and Sunderland Borough in the earlies tomorrow. It's Bristol City, Oxford, Burnley, Pompey, Cardiff, Leeds, Coventry, Swansea, Luton, Wednesday, Sheffield United, Derby and West Brom, Plymouth in the 3 p.m.s. We have a Sunday game too. It is Preston North End versus Blackburn at midday on Sunday. Another North-West derby for Preston. Let me know if you're headed to a game this weekend and what you're expecting to happen rather than what you're hoping to happen. The Championship table after 5 games, hopefully all those boring people who claim they don't look at the league table at the start of the season have started looking at the league table. By the way, the same people who say they don't look at the league table we'll talk to you about so-and-so being 3 unbeaten or have won their last 2, but they won't look at a league table over 3 games. Hypocrisy, methinks. Anyway, no hypocrisy from Carlos Corberan at the top of the Championship with West Brom. Sunderland in second place. Your 4 playoff teams as it stands: Blackburn, Burnley, Watford, Sheffield United, look at Oxford and Derby pushing up 7th and 8th in the table. And Leeds and Borough expected to be in the top 6 or higher. Currently 9th and 10th. Down towards the bottom is where you will find Hull City in the bottom 3. Cardiff, Pompey and Hull are the current bottom 3, reading up with Preston, Sheffield Wednesday and Luton just above them. You can see Stoke in 13th spot. We always do this. So a Stoke win. I mean, their goal difference is bad. So let's be fair. Unless they're going to win by 5 goals, they're not going above Derby or 6 or 8 goals to go above Sheffield United. It's not going to happen, is it? But they can certainly bump up and tie up with the lowest ranking playoff team there. And Hull just want to move out of that bottom 3. A draw would see to that in the short term. Remember, everybody goes again tomorrow. They could fire themselves into the top half of the table. But again, we're looking at silly goal difference things and, of course, the idea that they could easily be overtaken once again tomorrow. Let's get back into the comments and see what we're saying in the chat. Charlie, hard week for Reading, need cheering up. Well, hopefully we can do that. Jeff, evening to you, sir. Kieran, how am I finding Liam Delap? I'm a big fan of Liam Delap. He picks up the ball and runs fast towards the goal. That's been his best trick. Beat Middlesbrough 5-0 only a few weeks ago. It was an EFL Cup, I guess, wasn't it? But ho-hum. I don't think Leeds getting Corberan will be a quick fix if Leeds sack Farker. A way to go with that one. Patrick, grass isn't always greener, Mr. Schumacher. No, it wasn't, was it? Evening to Mind Blown. Ethan, you are. Football fans have a tendency of taking a small sample of game and reading far much into it. Yeah, I know. I just feel that if you're going to say you're not going to look at the league table for the first 5 games, then you shouldn't judge anything ever in samples of under 5 games. And I bet the same people do, is all I will say. I think you just take the information you've got. You know where I'm going, Ben. Where are you going, Ashley? Southampton, I suspect. Annie, nerves not good for tomorrow. I'm guessing that's Bristol City and Oxford. Charlie off to Bolton away. Evening AFC B Fan TV 2. There we go. Evening Dave. Hope the day went well. It did. It very, very much did. Although what I will say is no TikTok stream tonight. I'm on my own parenting. Shaylee's gone away with Enid, so I've got the baby monitor up there tonight rather than anything else. Right, let's do a few more comments and then we'll get into the lineups for tonight. Interestingly, Premier League table after 3. Well, there you go. Exactly, Nick. Exactly. Sunderland Borough, top game to check. Yeah, it should be a good one, shouldn't it? Brick. In the away end at the Stadium of Light tomorrow. Very much a derby. You said that, Richard. Finally, Chair back in full training. Good news. Evening, Lee. False 9. Evening to you, Brandon, at Villa versus Wolves. That sounds like an absolute beauty of a matchup, doesn't it? Right, let's hope tonight is a beauty of a matchup. And let's have a look at the lineups that are going to decide whether it is or not. Right, let's get into this. Tonight, lining up. Should we go one size bigger there? Let's do that. There we go. Lining up for Stoke City in Narcis Pelach. First game in charge. Victor Johansson in goal. Fine Championship goalkeeper. Ignore Footmob there. They've put Junior Chamado, who's clearly a fullback, at centre-back, and Ben Gibson, who's clearly a centre-back, at fullback. Switch them over in your brain. Ben Wilmot be the other centre-back there. Eric Bocat across the back 4. We heard all about an identity and a style from John Walters in his interview. We didn't hear what that identity was. or what that style was, but apparently there's an identity coming, and that's why he's hired Narcis Pelach. In midfield for Stoke, Jordan Thompson and Wouter Berger, highly rated. Now they've got Junho Bay and Million Manhoff down as wide players here. We'll see how everything lines up, whether that's more a 4-2-3-1 than a 4-4-1-1, but we're splitting hairs there. There is Lewis Kumas, who I'm told is very good. Youngster on loan from, is he Liverpool or Everton? Somewhere up in Merseyside. And Tom Cannon, he's a former Everton lad as well. Let us know who you are excited to see in that Stoke 11, the first in the tenure of Narcis Pelach, the new manager there. There's the bench for Stoke. Bonham, Stevens, Dixon, Rose, Sidibe, who made my 10 young players to watch video that we popped out on the YouTube channel this morning. Check that out. Please listen to the brief before you comment. It's so frustrating when you give a very clear brief of what you're picking and like 9 out of 10 comments clearly haven't paid any attention to that. And you have to explain yourself a lot when you should really only need to do it once, shouldn't you? Siko, Chibuze, Tezgel, and Ennis on the bench. For Stoke, we'll have a look at the whole team in a second. Let's quickly go to the comments. Lewis Kumas from Liverpool, son of Jason. Yes, indeed. New manager bound should reinvigorate Stoke somewhat. You would think. Hull need points badly, very, very much so. Sam, 1-0 Hull. Not sure about this swap of Shuey for Pelach. We will see. They've got 4-2-3-1 down on Sky for the formation, as we kind of suspected. Here is your Hull City 11 with Ivor Pandor in goal, the Croat, Louis Coyle and Cody Drama, the fullbacks there. There is Sean McLaughlin and Alfie Jones, who we rate quite highly as the centre-backs. And another of my 10 young players to watch is Oscar Zambrano, Ecuadorian midfielder, aged 20. He is on loan, but with an option to buy, which was part of my brief for my picks. Casey Palmer starts. I think he came off the bench last week when we did Hull. Marvin Mellem, he was good, wasn't he? I'd imagine Palmer will be a bit further forward. Maybe that'll be a 4-2-3-1 as well. So watch the space with that one. With probably Balumi, Palmer, and Amur, who left-footed, took all the set plays, didn't he? Last week will be likely the row of 3 off the front. Although I'm seeing Gary Rout and Lee Hendry playing around with a 4-1-4-1 shape there for Tim Volter's side. And he's an absolute unit. Chris Badia up top for Hull. Let us know who you are looking forward to seeing. And if you're looking forward to any of these lads, you're going to have to see them off the bench. Rushworth, Miller, Giles, Burns, Slater, Alzate, Simmons, Kamara, Burstow. And yeah, that is it. Everybody else injured. Those are your lineups. It was only our reserves, but Kumas and Manhoff looked quite good at the Riverside. We say this about Stoke players every year, don't we? He's a good player. He's a good player. They're a good squad. And incoming 16, 15, 14, 15, 14, 16, whatever. It never has come together since they've been in the Championship for Stoke. Surprised Miller not in from the off, Anir. Yeah, he's good off the bench, actually, wasn't he, last week? I know sometimes it's easier to come in off the bench chasing a game, but yeah, take your point. Hull not started as good as I think, but they should be fine this season, says Charlie in the chat. Quick one. We do a quick plug because we're going to do the golden ticket in a minute. But before we do the golden ticket, there is my Beer 52 collection there. I'm about to be sent by Grant at Beer 52 the new Asian collection, which I'm very excited to see. So maybe keep your powder dry. But if you don't want to, get involved right now with the Beer 52 promo. Head over to their website, click the link www.beer52.com/bloom. Type that into your browser, and it will give you an offer where you can get a box of beer for free. You will have to pay the postage. Postage is going to cost you £5.95, but you get 8 beautifully curated beers there for free. You can see a couple of bar snacks as well in there, copy of Ferment magazine. And I just want to say a big thank you. We've only been promoting Beer 52 in the watch-alongs this year, so I was expecting when I checked in with Grant, my contact there, that okay, we might have done a few conversions, as we say in the trade, but there's been loads of you who signed up and taken up the offer. So really do greatly appreciate that indeed. Looks like, is that Alfie Jones getting interviewed on the pitch pre-game here? Interesting touch from Sky, unless this is a pre-record. Doesn't look like it, does it? Looks pretty dark and the stadium looks pretty full there. Nick, a long old season in the Championship, not unusual for teams to start saying that's a fair point. Yeah, I agree with that. Wayne is like the politest YouTube commenter. I've always wishes me well and the family. We're great, Wayne, and good to you. And the missus is off for a weekend away with her girlfriend. So, yeah, I'm all on my own doing my Tom Selleck impression in 3 Men and a Baby. Evening to you, Liam. The Sam Clucas derby. I like that a lot. If I steal that later, give Liam in the credit. Get Liam in the comments the credit there. Dempsey Day, welcome to you, fella. Right. Shall we? We'll do predictions first, and then we will play for the golden ticket. So don't worry about golden ticket calls yet. Let's just go to predictions first of all, and let me know how you see this one going. You've got 24 seconds. Get your scoreline in for this one in the comments, and help me out. Stick both team names in there as well, so I don't just get a load of scores, binary digits, numbers, etc. It is predictions time in the watch along. You have 24 seconds. Go, go, go. Right, let's go to some predictions here. How did soft play go? Soft play was good, Ian, but my dream of just sitting there on my backside and having a rest didn't transpire, because Enid wanted me to play with her on every part of the soft play, which I know is my role as a parent. But yeah, sometimes you get a bit of a rest when you go to soft play. Any of you parents out there will relate with me on that one. Right, here we go. Brandon, Desmond, I'll take it. Give me goals. Lee, thank you. Representing. Look at that, member for 7 months, Lee. Thank you so much, mate. 2-1 Stoke. Ian, representing there, another member. Stoke 3, Hull 1. We're heavy on Stoke here, by the way. Interestingly enough, let me just tell you, the the poll we put up was tighter than it normally is. Let me just give you the results quickly while we're doing this. Yeah. 39% Stoke win, 29% Hull win, 32% on the draw. So no more than 5 or 6% away from it just being 33, 33, 33. And not too sure. Charlie, 3-1 Stoke. Desmond for Nick. Akshay, good. Someone's covered the nil F in nil. Wayne, 3-1 Stoke. Anyone for Hull? Stoke 1-0. Desmond for Mind. Chris, 1-0 Hull. There you go. Stoke 2-0. New manager bounce for Liam. 2-0 Stoke from Gumbo. Goethe, am I saying that right? Desmond there. A few Desmonds. Nice. Ashley 2-0 Stoke. 1-1 for Harold. Put me down for the old Desmond. You and quite a few people, happy chappy. Nick, 1-1. Anybody else? Purple. 2-1 Stoke he's gone for. Right. I am desperate today to give away the golden ticket. We've got to do this today. Somebody please get it right. One guess each. If you win the golden ticket, there's a code I can see. I'm literally looking at it right now. There's a code that I will give to you, and you'll just get a free box of beer 52. No postage, no nothing. But what you need to do, I need first goal scorer and the correct minute. So get involved with those right now. We're playing for the golden ticket. I need the first goal scorer and the correct minute. Do you know what? I might play along tonight. I will go for Million Manhoof and the 13th minute. There you go. That's my guess. Someone remember it for me. Not that I can win. Get your guesses in. I really want to give this away tonight because we're into round 6 and it's going a long, long way. We don't want it to go right into the season. Get your guesses in. Let's read some of these out. Right, remember where you typed it because you need to give me the time when we look back to see who's won. And by the way, this is the minute that's going to be broadcast on Sky after the goal. Remember, if the goal is after 6 minutes and 30 seconds, that is the 7th minute. And if it's an own goal, you need to specify who scores the own goal. Apologies. Right. Someone please be right with one of these. We want a winner tonight. Right, here we go. Richard, Bay 7, Lee, Cannon 15. And here, Manhoof 27, Nick, Kumas 33, Paul, welcome, 32, Cannon, Andy, Bay 52, Dave, Cannon 28, Kumas 28, there you go, 2 in a row there. Zambrano 23, Bay 12, Zambrano 19, Cannon 21, Berger 23, Hull scores first, Bocat 37th minute. I'm going to just read Bocat 37 because he plays for Stoke. Cannon 22, Russ, Cannon 36, Kumas 12, Omar 7, Tantric Monkey. I can't pronounce that name. Saya Bonga, I'm so sorry if I've butchered that. Cannon 6, Gutter, Manhoff 28, Kumas 18, Cannon 21, Eddie, Kamara 47. That's clever. That's off the bench as well. Akshay, Slater 90. Right. Can somebody write shut down? As soon as we get shut down, the first one of those we see, we know it's over. And the golden ticket promo is all done. I really want to give this away today. Well done, Lee. Right, that's it. Anyone who's after shut down, thanks, Ian. Thanks, Dave. Anyone after those now, your entry doesn't count. I'm so sorry, but come on, guys. Do we have a winner in there? Surely, we have a winner. Could be an own goal. That's a fair point. Yeah. Look, I'm going to give it to him. If Bocat scores an own goal to put Hull 1-0 up on 37 minutes, he deserves the win. He deserves the infamous golden ticket, doesn't he? Right. Thanks, everybody, for joining tonight. How are we doing for likes, by the way? Should we go for our second like spike of the night? I think we were pushing up towards 50. So you've got 11 seconds. Well, I haven't got my iPad tonight because I'm an idiot. You've got 11 seconds. Hit the like button. See if you can take us over 50 likes for the stream. Oh, come on. 11 seconds isn't enough to do anything over there, is it? Dear oh me. Right, I've opened up the other browser. 48, it says. Are we going higher? Are we going higher and higher? Hopefully we are. Appreciate everybody. The support for the streams. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Let's say hello to the legend, Matt SB. And Matt and I are collaborating this season, and I'm really bloody enjoying it, to be honest. League One predictions each and every Tuesday, and that's over on Matt's channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I think we've got quite a lot of double subscribers, which is the whole point and the whole plan. So that's great. And then on my channel here, we are doing the Premier League check-in. So it's a version of the championship check-in I do with Sam for the championship, obviously, but for the Premier League. You get the idea. So well worth being across my channel and across Matt's channel for those collaborations. We are really, really enjoying this. Do we need international shipping? Am I writing checks I can't cash here? Dear me. Hope someone gets the tasty. It should be the Asian beers by the time we get the winner. So yeah, it should be really, really, really nice. There you go, Matt. The unhelpful 1-1 draw. Although all eyes on League One predictions for me versus Matt for sure. Right, the players are coming out to a lovely, lovely light show. There's a semi-tongue-in-cheek there. And it's all about Narcis Pelach, the new manager at Stoke. And I mean, tell me what you think on the Stoke YouTube channel. I've just watched it before we started. John Walters, the sporting director. I wasn't overly sold by the way he was talking, to be honest. I heard a lot of broad terms about bringing an identity to the club and, all of these kind of catch-all terms and not a lot else. Look, he could just be a brilliant operator, and that's what he says to the media, and behind closed doors, he's as incisive as you like. But I don't know. You tell me. Go and watch that video. Don't watch it right now. Hang with us. But yeah, wasn't really feeling it. I wanted to be talked into the door. You know, when managers do their first interview at a club, they know exactly what to say. They make all of the right promises, and you're like, oh, he's definitely going to get them promoted. Wasn't really, really overly feeling it. Our takeover has collapsed, but yes, bad news for Reading. Was it Mr. Coig formerly of Wickham was going to take over at Reading? Has not happened. They need some good news, our Reading friends, and hopefully there'll be some at some point, because it feels like a few years since there's been any. Think about it. Since that playoff final penalties defeat, it's all been bad news, really, for our Reading friends. Right, before we start, I've got one more job for you. We are nearing 40,000 subscribers. I think it's like 39,700 and something or other. Can I give you a more accurate number than that? I'm going to give you a more accurate number. 39,728. If you haven't subscribed already, please do it right now so we get a little bump in our stream tonight. You've got 10 seconds to do it. Everybody who hasn't subscribed, you can literally click the button. It's right down there somewhere. Click sub right now. This is a sub surge for the next 10 seconds. Thank you, as ever, everybody, for your support as we near 40,000 subscribers here on YouTube. He's got wonderfully tailored eyebrows, hasn't he? Narcis Pelach. If that's just the shape of them, then fair play. But they look like they're done regularly, don't they? Beautiful eyebrow game from Mr. Pelach. There is John Walters in the stand. We've spoken a lot about him today, and he's got to hope that his new managerial hire is going to do the business. It's Stoke versus Hull. We are in the huddle right now. It looks like Ben Gibson is doing all the talking in the huddle. Everyone looking on. Stoke good to go. Gibson, the captain, talking his team through the pre-match huddle. And here we go. We need to say a massive thank you to Lee. Well, I was going to say thank you to Lee, and now I'm just going to swear at him because I'm jealous. Off to Ibiza tomorrow. $4.99 on the super chat. Thank you so much for the support, Lee. And he's a member as well. And $4.99. Thank you so much for that. We are off and running. I'll rerun the teams in just a second, and we'll get the clock going. Oh, it's an early attack. It's going to be a chance, is it? Bay. Oh, it's a really good chance, that. Oh, good. It caught me unawares there. What on earth happened? His Drama gets caught out badly at the left back position. Touch and hit it. To be fair to Bay, it just gets away from him. If he can get the first touch, he's probably going to score because he's got a free shot at goal from about 8 yards. Thereafter, when he turns back inside, he's got a little easy dink to the back post as well for a free header into the goal. I think it might have been, was it Kumas arriving there? But, oh dear. Should have taken the lead, really, within sort of, I guess that was 15, 20 seconds into the game. Goodness me, completely caught me off guard, didn't it? And a big chance for Stoke and Narcis Pelach to take the lead just, within breathing distance of the first kickoff of his managerial reign. Could have quit after 1 minute. Greatest manager of all time, yeah? Right. Here's Palmer for Hull. Sorry, it's been non-stop so far. It's gone out to the right wing. Balumi. We were looking at the shape there. Who was going to play 10? Who was going to play left and right? Looks like Balumi's over to the right-hand side. Remember, his mistake, it was only half a mistake, but he gave it away to the wrong guy, didn't he, last week? Callum O'Hare, who carried the ball, gave it to Gus Harmer, who smacked it in the back of the net, which didn't help, did it? Right, apologies. Let's get the clock up. And we can let you know exactly what's going down. And as it's going down, there we go. It's frozen. Unbelievable scenes. What a start to the stream, everybody. Can I get this up to 2.5 minutes? It's another attack here for Stoke. I don't know if anybody had Bay 1 minute in the golden ticket giveaway. What a shout that would be. Someone's got to go for one of these 1 minute jobbies one time, haven't they? Right. I think we're there. And I can focus in on the game now. And I can focus in on Hull powering forward with Omer down the left-hand side. Blocked out, I think it was Wilmot covering. I'm only 5 seconds behind Sky. Well, I'm not any seconds behind Sky. YouTube puts a little delay on us. But we have the technology. It gets to me quicker than it will get to anybody else, put it that way. We've made sure of that. Alistair, don't want to put the mockers on it, but we're in for an entertaining watch. Well, he's put the mockers on it there, everyone. Here comes Bay down the left-hand side. Little knock inside. Cannon. Berger. Back into Gibson. Wilmot. Decent press by Hull there. Not the most confident on the ball there from Stoke, let's just say. They went very progressively backwards in a straight line. But here they are, building up once again. Manhurst, good carry. And he's drawn a foul, actually. I had one look at that and I didn't think it was a foul. But I've been wrong many times. And I'll probably be wrong again. And we'll find out on the replay. Does he get a bite of him, Palmer? Hard to say. Ref was a couple of meters behind in a really good position. So we'll go with the ref. And before anybody asks me, who is the ref today? Anybody? Referee? No, not seeing it on that screen. Someone tell me who the ref is in the chat. Wilmot steps out, just blocked by a Balumi. Bocat knocks it inside. Chamado. Kumas, who seems to be a bit kind of right-hand sidey, doesn't he? Maybe it's more 4-3-3 type shape. Kumas one side. Manhurf the other. Maybe Bay in the 10. Who knows? We'll learn all about this manager as we go. It's back with Victor Johansson. And Stoke having the majority of the ball thus far. Hull not in the game at all yet. But as I say that, Amur on the ball. How wrong are my predictions on Stoke looking so far this year? I'll never judge Stoke until the end. You think it's going terribly wrong, and they end up pretty much where you put them. I can't remember where I put them this year. 12th, maybe? That would sound like me. Or maybe I put them bottom half. I cannot remember. Drama down the line. Little backheel flick by Amur. Given away. Manhurf couldn't do anything with it. Amur. So left-footed. Love it. Drama. Hull playing that heart attack pass that people love. Or not, as the case may be. Across their own 6-yard box there. Drummer. Amur. McLaughlin. Horrible ball forward by, I think it was Alfie Jones, wasn't it? It's like one of those rugby kicks where you just boot it out of touch as high up the pitch as you can, right? How do, Clive. Baby brain. Speak for yourself. I can't have a head this massive and have a baby brain. $8:15 on the clock. It's pretty much all Stoke possession-wise. But other than that, massive chance for Bay within the first, 25 seconds of this game. Nothing doing. Amur comes down the line. Chamado blocks him out and then hoiks it up in the air into his own penalty box. But they're going to clear their lines. Coyle tries to draw the foul. Ooh. Stroked in left-footed from Balumi. He thinks that didn't miss by much, judging by his reaction. Not a bad strike that at all, actually, because it's bouncing when it comes to him. Scandalous dive, by the way, by Louis Coyle in the build-up to that. Worth a yellow card just for its, what's the word, ham-actingness. Give us a wave when your golden ticket prediction drifts by. Richard's out. Oh, and here comes Stoke. Oh, if he could have played that into Kumas's path. He was in. Here we go again, though. Kumas, edge of the box. Shot driven right-footed, not far by the post. I mean, I'm thinking two things here. I'm thinking, it looks open. But the finishing's been a bit crap so far, hasn't it? Is the worry. You can have games with 3 or 4 goals that only have 3 or 4 chances. You can have games that have 40 shots and no goals, don't you? Drama. Little knock inside. They're giving it away again, Hull. They're pressing well. Stoke. Here is Manhurf. Blocked. And again, there was a slide pass in. They've been in 3 good positions, Stoke, already, where you'd look at it and think, make the right choice and you score. Hull don't look good, do they? Hull are giving up opportunities like it's going out of fashion. Harold says, I just feel Hull will score first. That would be very Championship, wouldn't it? Stoke have had 62 consecutive corners without scoring, say Sky. Lovely stuff. Bay puts it in. We all fall down. And what was it, 62? That's number 63 now. I think Zambrano went down. One word to describe this game would be nearly. Has been all very nearly. Ben Gibson just gave Zambrano a whack. Forearm smash. He didn't swing his arm though, so you always get away with those, don't you? I wonder if our friend VAR would have had a look at that in the Premier League. If Hull can keep this up for another month, would they be playing Norwich in a month's time, Russell, I wonder? Yeah, they need to get their act together here, Hull. I've not like what I've seen for the first 11 minutes in terms of how easily they give up chances and how not hard at all it is to make a chance against Hull. Heart attack football, was it from Walter? Heart attack for the Hull fans. Well, amen. Berger. Home they go. Oh, horrible back pass. Johansson does really well there because Amur was sliding in. Any touch by Amur and he just slides it into the goal. Johansson did well there, didn't he? Just get rid of it. Put your hands up in the chat if you've got a bloke behind you shouts, get rid of it, get it forward every time any of your teams do like one pass in your own third. Get rid of it. Get it forward. I mean, each to their own. Anyone can say what they like at the football. H beats laws, of course, apply. But you wonder why some people go. You think, do you actually understand what's happening here? Because it doesn't sound like it. But if you're enjoying yourself, live and let live. That bloke is me. Every match. Man on. Here comes Kumas down the right against Drummer. Thompson, good ball. Manhurf going into the box. Tried to show him his right foot and he still went on the left. Decent defending, actually. Hull can't get out. It's all Stoke. Can probably give you a number to back that up. Oh, can't actually. They've only had 41% of the possession. But they've got 0.3 XG to 0.04 thus far. Wave your hand when your golden ticket prediction elapses. 10 more minutes till Berger scores. Stick it in your diary. Drummer. Nice feed. Malem. Two Stoke players collide, which makes his life easier. Zambrano, lovely ball out wide. Here comes Balumi with a load of space and 4 Hull shirts ahead of him. Balumi drives it left-footed. That's really poor. The last shot he had was good, where he kind of half-volley side-footed it. But look at this on the replay, guys. Tell me what you think his best option was. Look at Palmer on the edge of the box. 10-yard side foot to a good player like Palmer? Yeah. Oh, there you go. At least you're admitting it, Charlie. He's the bloke that shouts, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get it forward. There's a big argument behind me at Ipswich last year. Whilst Ipswich were getting promoted as well. Stop messing around. Get it forward. God's sakes. Well, Narcis Pelach looks very dashing on the touchline in his cargo pants and jumper. Tim Volta looks very stressed. It's not gone too well for the German thus far in charge of Hull. Keep your comments coming, guys. The stream's only as good as you lot. Is Ryan Giles in the Hull squad? I don't think he was today, Beza. He played last week, didn't he? But I remember Tim Volter, he replaced his left-hand side at half-time. I think that was his substitution master plan. McLaughlin to Jones. Coyle. Jones. It'll flick around the corner, but it's hooked away by Bocat. And Sky are telling us that nobody in the Championship has had more errors leading to shots faced than Hull. I'll beg your pardon, guys. Giles is indeed on the bench. My bad. Drummer. Just stop pressing for a second, Stoke. Hull playing it around at the back. Amur, who's always neat and tidy, but I don't know. Not seen the final product for him whenever I've watched him yet. Silly shove in the back there by Bay. And Coyle is on the deck again. Wow. I'm always want Spotify to play the song that I said the word silly. Oh my God. The Singing Kettle has come up with. Fortunately, my phone's muted. Imagine saying the word silly in front of an Apple device, hey? Dear oh me. Drummer. The Singing Kettle. Anyone? What's your favourite Singing Kettle song? Coyle. Oh, horribly short ball. He got really lucky there. Dreadful pass by Coyle. I'm really going in two-footed on poor old Tim Volter here. I'm not impressed with Hull at all. They look loose as anything, don't they? Someone in the chat convinced me that I'm wrong, that Hull aren't very good and need to improve greatly. Convince me, please. Fill in the gap. Jean-Michel. Yeah, exactly. Here comes Coyle down the right for Hull, who are now obviously going to take the lead because I said they were rubbish. Balumi crosses in. It's a great cross, actually. Good header clear by Chamado. Oh, that's a bad tackle. Shot driven in. I thought he played the advantage there, but they are going to pull it back for the free kick. That should be a yellow card, that. Kumas completely cleaned Drummer out. Has he got away with it? I think he has. Should have got booked there, I think. Lee is out on the golden ticket. Who's still in? What did I say? I said Manhuff 13, didn't I? Or something like that, 18? I think I'm out. Right, free kick Hull. Palmer is there as the right footer. Amur is there as the left footer. Not entirely sure what the ref has drawn there. He's like drawn X marks the spot with his magic spray. Can they work the keeper? Or better still, stick this in the net. Palmer, right-footed. No. Over the bar. Streaky, it's got a Hull win written all over it. Would be Championship. Neil, I'm a Hull City, and you're right, Ben. We've been poor. Well, there you go. He knows more about Hull than me, no doubt. If Hull lose this, Volta will be gone. I mean, Mr. Iluchali is not shy. to make a change, is he? Is he indeed? Jones. Pandor. Drummer. Amur. By the way, this is Hull's best spell we're in now, this 90 seconds. Amazingly, if you hadn't watched this first 20 minutes, 3 shots apiece, 2 touches in the opposition box apiece, possession 60-40. But you wouldn't know. I think whoever said heart attack football in the chat, a few of you did, you wouldn't know the kind of heart attack football that Hull do play, and that Stoke, if they'd just been a bit more composed, could have easily taken the lead probably on 3 occasions in the first 15 minutes. Coyle. Nice touch by Balumi. Oh, lovely ball by Zambrano. Palmer gives it away. Manhoef. I thought Palmer was definitely going to foul him then. He thought better of it. Manhoef Manhoef 13. So I'm out. Get out. Bocat. Bay. Thompson. Gibson. Crossed in from the left. Coyle clears. Coyle gets it back, in fact. Oh, Zambrano. Sleepy touch. What a turn. Wow. The best moment of the game by far then. Ben Gibson just got completely rinsed by a filthy Cruyff turn here. Have a look at this one from Malem. Look, season coming. See you later. Has Gibson not got booked for that? Referee being very protective of his yellow cards here. Lovely turn that by Malem. Matt, you bloody legend. 199 on the super chat. Let's smash 100 likes. How many likes have we got, guys? Dare I go to a like spike? Or will that summon a goal if I do that? Maybe I should go to a like spike. Do you remember that? It was like Coventry West Brom or something when Brandon Thomas Asante. Oh, no, were they playing Wigan? Wigan? Coventry? I can't think. But yeah, thank you for all the likes. We're up to 81, apparently, which is wonderful. Sorry if you're hearing a bit of noise. I think that might just be the fan on my computer, which is irritating. Apologies. In the words of Nelly, the great poet, it's getting hot in here. But don't do the next bit. No need for that. Omer down the line. Wilmot in there. I think it's going to be a Stoke throw. Palmer thought the opposite. Enid has just decided in monitor watch here to kick off all her covers, because that's going to be the most comfortable way to sleep. Each to their own. Panda, McLaughlin. Fewest touches this match. Chris Badia 2, Marvin Mellem 3. One of them was that lovely Cruyff turn. Tom Cannon 6. So both sides number 9 are in the top 3 for the fewest touches of anybody on the pitch. That doesn't bode well, does it? Hey? Omer's been whistled for a foul. Are we counting down to a 0-0, guys? Should we start hyping it up now? Should we start plugging it? Ben, you absolute bloody hero. 1.99 on the super chat. I'm saving pounds by not being in the pub. Well, thank you for giving 2 of them to me. Very kind. Thank you so much for all your support, guys, on the super chats and the likes and all of that. Good stuff. We're up to 89 likes. We are going to hit that 100, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. Burger. Kumas, bit of space down the right. Engages Drama. He's round him. He's into the box. Good run. Kumas couldn't get the cross past a combination of Pandur and Jones. It's 4 of them in the penalty box there. 3 of them virtually in the 6-yard box. This game desperately needs a goal. It'd help, wouldn't it? Palmer. Drummer. Palmer. McLaughlin. Jones. This is quite good from Hull, actually. Worked out to the right now. Tried to slide it into Bedia, who has surely fouled. He didn't foul the first one. He definitely fouled the second one. That 27th minute goal was... Oh, was he running into the box at that very, very point? Oof. And is out. Ben's regretted not going to the pub. Get on your beer 52. Get it organised now. For your free Beer 52, remember it is www.beer52.com/bloom. Go and get involved. Balumi. Coyle. Left-footed cross isn't bad. Ooh. Swung right in. I think Johansson had that covered. Sometimes you see them fly in the far corner, don't you? Everyone's watching the middle of the box. No touch. Yeah, I think Johansson just a kind of cover dive there. Yeah, I think that girl in the front row blocking her face was enough evidence of that it wasn't quite as close as we thought. Nine minutes more till the most spectacular prediction ever. Yeah, we're all behind Brandon in minute 37, although here comes Manhurf for Stoke. Manhurf comes inside. Oh, it's a good save by Panda. He doesn't do a lot wrong there, Manhurf. I thought there was an easy slide into Kumas to his right, but as I say, that's a pretty good strike into the corner. It's a good save, isn't it? Great running by Manhurf. I mean, could have been a foot further over, couldn't it? Hits it pretty well. It's a good carry, and it's a good save, I think. Best strike on goal of the game. Bay puts it in! Oh, and we had the stat saying Stoke never score from corners. Yes, they do. Bay puts it in. Wilmot heads it home, and it is Stoke 1, Hull 0. And boy, did we need that. Well, it was zonal marking against 5 runners. Wilmot gets himself free on the near post. There are 2 Hull players there. It's Bedia, but it's just far enough in front of him for him not to be able to grab it. I'm guessing that guy with the earpiece is the set play coach who's celebrating that goal very, very hard. Wilmot heads it home. Did anybody have Wilmot 30? I don't think anyone did. Am I keeping this bloody golden ticket again? We need a striker to score after 15 minutes is what we need, not a centre-half after 30. Dear oh me. Oh God. Comment of the day, Finn. Why sack Rosenia? I didn't even miss my ex-girlfriend this much. Have you ever missed a football manager as much as you've missed an ex-girlfriend? Shows how hard it is to win this damn golden ticket. It's going to go for the whole season, doesn't it? 1-0. Stoke lead. And the good news is, guys, we're not getting a 0-0. The bad news is if you're a Hull fan, they are losing yet again. No wins so far this season under Tim Volta. And the live league table looks really bad. It's going to go to 0.5 points per game. And I've just realised I can't bring it up on the screen. But yeah, as things stand, it's going to be Hull played 6. No wins, 3 draws, 3 defeats, 3 points from 6. 0.5 points per game is about half as good as you need to be to survive. You're going down in flames if you stay on 0.5 points per game for any length of time. Here comes Drama. Good tackle by Kumas. Can't even remember our ex-manager, never mind my ex-girlfriend. There you go. Coyle. Hull chasing the game again. Someone tell me in the chat, have Hull been in the lead yet this season? I remember them drawing late against Bristol City. They've definitely not been in the lead in this game, and they definitely didn't take the lead at any point in the game we did last week. Drummer. Oh, nice reverse ball into the box. Goes Amur. Oh, it's a decent cross and good clearance as well. There's Gibson there. I think it went behind Wilmot, didn't it? Lovely ball round the corner. I think it was it Drama who played through Amur? That's a great ball. Badia could not get in front of his man. Which, forgive me, yeah, it was Gibson, wasn't it? Who would I rather be stuck on a desert island with? Steve Bruce or Tony Pulis? I think I'd go Brucey. Everyone knows I've got a soft spot for Brucey. No offence, Tony P. Coyle is on the deck again. He's actually won a free kick this time. Yeah, I'm right. Hull haven't led a game this season. And this is game number 6. And they're going to have to score twice to take the lead minimum in this one tonight. Not good. Penance for sacking a decent manager. Please don't do it, Leeds. Interesting. Good evening, Lee. Didn't spot you in there. Things are moving fast. In comes a free kick for Hull. And it's pretty pants. Out it goes for a goal kick. Here's the Wilmot goal. Be very interested to see what Gary Rowett has to say about the marking for that at half-time. Whatever you say about Mr. Rowett, he knows how to defend in the Championship. And that defending, that marking, was not very good. And I'm not just saying that because it resulted in a goal. It all felt a little bit too easy. Any more watch-alongs this week? Do you know what? FTBL, B-Burn Rovers, we might be able to scheme one. What are the other TV games this week? I'm passing Enid over to mother-in-law at some point tomorrow. We could coincide that with a watch-along because I've got nothing else to do because Shaylee's not here. Here's Drummer powering down the left. Drummer inside. Completely underhit that pass. Really poor. Near counter-attack for Stoke, but Hull win it back. Amur. Borough Sunderland. What time is that? 12:30? Interesting. Okay. Give us a thumbs up right now in the chat if you want me to cover Borough Sunderland tomorrow. I'll do it. Just you watch. Here comes Amur down the left. Cross deflected. Good header clear that because that can't have been easy to readjust. Palmer. Fouled, wasn't he? I agree with Casey Palmer there. Looked like a foul to me. We're getting some thumbs up here. This could be happening. Triple thumb up. Okay. Leave that with me. I might have to text my mother-in-law at half-time and say, I've got to take Enid to dancing in the morning, but then I should be able to get back for that. Here's Drummer. I think we should do it. Look at all these thumbs up. Do Blackburn on Sunday. Might be a possibility. Got all these thumbs up. Your support is bloody great, isn't it, you lot? Sky have literally just plugged it on their lower third there. That's almost hinting that I should definitely do it, shouldn't I? 37 gone in this one. Get your thoughts in the comments. Stoke 1, Hull 0. If Stoke had taken the lead in the first 15 minutes, I would have said deserved lead. But then it kind of all settled down and got quite even, and the goal sort of came out of nowhere, really, didn't it, from a set play? But maybe on the balance of play, deserved. Good free kick, taken quickly there, crossing position for Hull. Ooh, unorthodox, but good clearance there by Junior Chamado. And it is a corner to Hull. Sky have put their thumbs up. They're behind us. Sky have given us the same stat here. 76 corners for Hull since they scored. Stoke have broken their duck. Can Hull? No. But they're going to get another go. Number 77. Rich, evening. Not great defending. Nice near post header. Yeah, two things can be true. And I agree with both. When you get the run on the near post, the keeper has little chance with that angle, does he? Palmer. Oh, Palmer to the edge of the box. Drama, shooting chance. It's a decent enough strike, blocked. Drama maybe just took half a second too long. Touch, hit it. Yeah, he just lets it roll a little bit too far while he sets himself. And when I say set himself, all the defenders did the same then to make the block. Robert heading to Blackpool, game away at Charlton. God, that sounds like a trek. Corner goes into the near post. Coyle was there. Out it goes. Goal kick. Dylan representing the members again. Can see Hull doing similar to Birmingham last season. Sacking a good manager and free falling down the table. You do not want that to happen if you're a Hull fan. Manhurf. Kumas. Who looks like he's got the beating of Drummer. Nice slide into Manhurf. Shot blocked. He must have very paddy numbers, mustn't he? Manhurf has a lot of dribbles and a lot of shots, doesn't he? Sometimes when he probably should pass it. But hey-ho. I admire his confidence. Matt's in there with the dad jokes. I'm just going to laugh at it. I'm not going to read it. Drummer holding his lower back. Hopefully he's okay. Balumi. Coyle crosses right-footed. Rubbish cross. Cleared away. Didn't even look before he put that one in, Louis Coyle. He's better than that, isn't he? Scored a great goal at Plymouth, was it? Stuck it top bins, didn't he, for Hull? Off to Luton tomorrow, the most unique away end in the country. Stand on your tippy toes. I love Luton, but it's not the best view in the world, is it? Amur, give and go with Palmer. Good play. Amur into the box. Again, the final ball is not there. Kumas gets very lucky with a miss kick. Oh, lovely take by Manhurf. Brilliant skill. Manhurf driving forward. He's got to pass it this time, has he? No, he carries on into the box. Manhurf, oh, and if you're Tom Cannon, oh, I don't know what else you say. We literally said a minute ago in the watch along, Manhurf has lots of dribbles, lots of shots, doesn't pass it very often. And there was the example. Look, I mean, look at that for a turn, by the way. Completely kills McLaughlin. But look, go left, go left. Jones has left his man. Square it, tap in. Oh, dear. Play the percentages, man. Play the percentages. Dear oh me. What a waste. Should be 2-0. Hull completely bypassed. Absolutely. Matt, that's awful. That is correct feedback from Matt's dad joke. It did open up for him. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you give Jones some credit because he basically says to him, I'm not going to make the square ball easy. If you're going to go through, dribble it and shoot. But there was a point where Jones couldn't say, well, I'm just going to let you run through and score. So then he runs over. That's the point. Just a square ball. And I reckon 90% of us in the chat could stroke that in, run onto that and stroke that in from 6 yards, 8 yards, or whatever it was going to be. Jones. Coyle. Loopy cross to the back stick. Drummer, lovely touch. Palmer, touch. Palmer on the right foot. Oh, good defending that, actually. Let's see who was closing him down. Is it Big Burger? Yeah, he gets out to him well, stands his ground. Didn't buy the dummy, did he? Wouter Burger. And it remains Stoke 1, Hull 0. Hull making a couple of chances, but let's be honest, we're talking shots from the edge of the box, aren't we? What's their accumulative XG now, Hull? Let me have a look. 0.19. That says it all, doesn't it? Stoke now at 0.71. And really, if they'd had any killer instinct, Stoke, they could have been out of sight in this game. I'm not saying they've battered Hull, but they've been in positions to have scored 2 or 3 goals. They could have buried them. But they're winning. They're winning 1-0. Manhurf, slide through. He's got to be offside, hasn't he? Yeah, just waiting for the runner to grab the ball. Clearly off, wasn't he? Just Cannon running through. Big switch of play by Jones. And Mur's done well, actually, to roll off the back of Chamado. Palmer. Jones. Out to Ballumi on the wing. It'll slide back to Coyle. Oh, dear God. Tim Bolter pulled the same face as me there. Oh, he looks so cheesed off with that, doesn't he? He's trying to applaud and say, keep going, keep it up, but they're clearly not able to do what he's asking them, are they? Oh, dear. We're into first half stoppage time now. New era Stoke 1, hapless Hull 0. Bay down the line. There's way too much on that for Bocat. Jones gets rid and wins the throw-in. And it is half-time. It is Stoke 1, Hull 0. Let's be honest, bit of a rickety game, hasn't it? Not massively high on quality, I would suggest. We'll talk about Hull because I'm looking at the expression on Tim Volter's face, and there's just a big disconnect between what he's asking his team to do and what his team are doing. I think they're trying to do it. It's just not working, though, is it, for Hull? And talk about the heart attack football. In the first 15 minutes, Hull looked like they were going to be so easy to score against. Stoke with just some sort of basic pressing pretty high up. Nothing revolutionary, but, you know, they probably could have scored twice in the first 15 minutes. Could have scored in the first 25 seconds of the game, actually. They're just too easy to make chances against in those situations, Hull. It did kind of level out, didn't it? For the most part, in the middle part of the half, and then Stoke just from a set play after Sky had put up the Stoke never score from corners. Well, yeah, they do, because Ben Wilmot headed one home from Bay, right-footed corner. Hull, a couple of little openings, but again, looking at the chance quality on the XG, not really good chances they're making. And looks like Hull are going to lose again, and Narcis Pelach is going to get a win on his debut as manager of Stoke City. There are your numbers. And I mean, I suppose that's the irritation if you're a Hull fan. Look, 63% possession and 7 shots for nothing, really. And there's not a great sense. We always talk about control in football matches. And you would think, looking at what I think Tim Volter is trying to do, you would think control for Hull looks like just overrunning teams, making a load of chances and then buckling. But the killer edge has just not been there. We've sighed a few times where the fullbacks have got nice and forward and narrow and there's been no end product. And even the two lads where the ball seems to end, Balumi and Amur, haven't had quality in the final third either, have they? And we saw the touch stat, didn't we, that Chris Padilla up top had like 2 touches or something 30 minutes into the game. And it's like, well, yeah, go figure. You know, if your number 9 is just never getting the ball, then he ain't going to score, is he? So there you go. Let's do a few comments and then we will take a little cup of tea break and get into the second half. Don't know why Hull sacked Rossignol. Style of play, apparently, Gail, but not looking a great decision right now. Charlie, Hull started on the back foot, grew into it, but was really poor. Stoke not clinical in the final third. Yeah, agree with all of that. Could be 3-0. Good style of play if you have goal scorers. Well, I mean, yeah, that's right, Stu. And I suppose there are certain teams where, I mean, God, even like Leeds to a certain extent last season had a good pattern of play, but then relied on quality from individuals, you know, in those positions we're talking about wide. So, yeah. Possession means nothing. Just ask. Well, possession means nothing if you do nothing with it, I guess. But, yeah, any stat in isolation means nothing, doesn't it? So, Volta seems fed up with the players and the players seem fed up of him. That's a good point and a bad omen, Liam, and I do agree. Lenny, struggling to get on board with this new style, absurdly naive approach. Again, I agree with the guys in the chat. First 15 minutes, just too easy to make chances against without having to do much other than just close down the whole sort of back four. Is Benjamin Bloom your real name or your stage name? That's a very personal question. Mr. Patrick Curtis. Didn't Mr. Patrick Curtis get blocked last time? Did we block him last time? I think he was very insulting last time, wasn't he? Yeah. We'll see how insulting he gets this time. Hull just looked disjointed. Hull must really want to be in League One next year. Well, they've been in League One recently and won it, but yes, they are heading in that direction as things stand. And the direction I'm headed in is to my kitchen and to my toilet. We'll figure out in what particular order, but I'm going to be back in 5 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. I might even get the iPad. That might help me. Go grab yourself a cup of tea or something stronger if you're a Hull fan. And we will be back very, very soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the watch along. It is Stoke 1, Hull 0 at halftime in Narcis Pelach's first game in charge at the Bet365. Get your thoughts in via the comments. Thank you, everybody, for supporting our friends at Beer 52. Remember, you can get yourself a free box of beer, 8 cans of either light or dark craft beer, beautifully curated by the wonderful gang up in Scotland at Beer 52. You do have to pay the postage to cash in on this beautiful deal, and you can do that. It's £5.95 postage, and you get your beer for free. You do that by heading to www.beer52.com/bloom. That is www.beer52.com/bloom. Sorry, let me just put Enid back up there. I mean, for God's sake, do you want to see a ridiculous sleeping position, by the way? Look. Can you see her? She's like doing the running man in bed, silly little sausage. But there you go. I'm on parenting duty alone this weekend. So no TikTok up there today. We are just on YouTube. Let's get some comments from the stream. What have we got here? Hull just looked disjointed. Yeah. Reprieved by an apology. Who's reprieved by an apology, Russ? Is it me? What have I done wrong now? Can't believe how far they've fallen compared to last season. I assume we're talking Hull there. Cup of tea sounds good. Yeah, cheers, everybody. Rock and or roll. There is a beautiful cup of tea ready for the second half. Oh, there you go. Gaz is at the game. Different atmosphere, like in the press from us. Certainly in the first 15 minutes it worked, didn't it? Manhoef should have squared the ball twice to count. Yep. You are in agreement with all of us on that. Jack showed the replay of the goal. Hull had no hustle. Easy for me to say, to stop it. It's the thing with zonal marking. Often it can look like just nobody's moving. Like the defensive team is stood still and the attacking team is the only one on the move. And that's how it looked. So yes, excuse me, distinct lack of hustle. Why is that Ben Wilmot still on the pitch, Edwin? He's playing centre-back for Stoke. That's why he's there. I'm assuming you think he should have been sent off. Not sure I agree, but each to their own. I think it was that forearm, wasn't it? In the yeah, he was clever. If he did mean to do it, if you don't swing the arm, you normally get away with it, don't you? Non-footballing question. AJ by TK. What is this, boxing? Yeah, chat boxing in the chat because I haven't got a blooming clue. There we go. Right. Thank you, everybody, for all your support on YouTube. Keep the comments coming in. As I said, we are nearing a big milestone of 40,000 subscribers. We've got 39,733. I would love it to happen live on a watch along. Sorry, have I got that wrong? Yeah, Paul's right. That wasn't Wilmot at all. It was Gibson. Sorry, I was just going with the commenter, but you're right. It was Gibson, wasn't it? Wilmot scored the goal. But yes, let's do a quick sub surge. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel here, please do it right now. You can do it just by clicking underneath where you can see me down there. You've got 10 seconds. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, as we see Liam Miller once again coming on at halftime for Hull. Sub surge. Thank you, everybody, for your support. So, Tim Volter doing exactly what he did last week, although he took out his entire left-hand side. I think he took out, was it Drammer and Giles last time down the left? Amur comes out this time and Liam Miller comes in. He did have a bit of spark in the second half for the Tigers last week. Narcis Pelach trying to get some energy from the crowd. Happy chappy. Really don't see what Walter was trying to accomplish. Possession is good, but if you aren't doing anything with the ball, what's the point? Never a truer word spoken. As Brian Clough, the great Brian Clough, I think it's an anniversary of the great Brian Clough's death today, isn't it? Said, football is a very simple game, overcomplicated by idiots, I think he said. Among his many great quotes, the great Brian Clough. One of the greatest managers of all time, argued by many to be the greatest. You can debate that in the chat. And we're about to kick off here at the Bet365. The second half has begun. Get the clock up. And we are all good to go. Keep that chat flowing. Muchly, muchly appreciated. And thank you again to our super chatters. And there's been a few actually today. Lee, thank you so much. $4.99 from Lee. Matt, $1.99. And Ben, $1.99 as well. If you can support via super chat, it's not obligatory. This will always be free, but it's a massive, massive help. As Matt, who super chatted, will attest. It goes up and down, the money you earn on YouTube, in quite perplexing ways sometimes. Right, let me just rumble through these teams for you quickly. This here, second half, as Coyle comes down the line for Hull. Stoke in goal, Johansson. It's Gibson, Chamadou, Wilmot, Bocat across the back. Bayberger, Thompson, Manhurf, Kumas and Cannon as Palmer tries to get down the right. Shepherded out by Ben Gibson. Hull, who have made one change, Amur out, Miller in, but the rest of the team is Panda in goal. Coyle, Jones, McLaughlin, Drama. Thank you, Footmob, for resetting. Melem, Zambrano and Palmer, Balumi, Bedia, and now Liam Miller. Brandon, you absolute bloody hero. Thank you so much. $10 is $10. That's very, very kind indeed. Thank you so much for that. Oh, now get across this, guys, because Nick has just gifted 5 memberships. So I'll put that on the screen. Go and claim one of those right now. Here is Cannon. Cannon comes inside. Oof, wild shot. Right-footed. If you grab a membership on YouTube specifically, it's a little bit different on Patreon. But if you're a member, we will add you to our WhatsApp group. And you can join for free right now. And you can get the chance to talk to me each and every month on the roundtable chats, which are great fun. Also, specifically if you're a YouTube member, which you can grab right now, thanks to Nick, which is very, very kind, you can get early access to our video. So every time we do a pre-recorded video, if, for example, I make the video and I'm finished by 11 in the morning, but it's not coming out until 12:45, I'll click a button and it'll go to members first. So you can be the first to comment. Your comment will go right to the top then, and everyone sees it first. You can be the first to like as well. So everyone will see your comments on the video. So thank you very much. Here's Miller, back post. Miller drives the shot right-footed straight down Johansson's throat. Thank you so much, Nick. And if you've taken the memberships, Ian, you absolute hero. Thank you so much. He's paid for my soft play today for Enid. That is so kind, Ian. Thank you to all of the super chatters. Do you know what she did as well, little rascal? I got her a fruit shoot at the start and she downed it, and then she decided she wanted an orange fruit shoot as well. And I had to do the parent thing of, you've already had a fruit shoot, and I risked meltdown to not give her another fruit shoot. There you go. I just saw one other notification there. Paul! I thought Paul was already a member. He might have rejoined, but thank you, Paul, as well, joining up as a member. Go and claim those free memberships. Oh, there's a slide through. Here's Miller down the left. Miller crossing left-footed. It's a dreadful cross. He swears at himself. I'm sure his teammates are going to be swearing at him for that one. Miller's great give and go. Chamado bites his dust. What a dreadful cross, though. All 5 gone. How'd you claim them, Rich? Did they just appear up? I don't get to see the view you guys get to see. But yeah, thank you, Nick, for gifting the 5 chats. Oh, look, Rich has got my back. Look here. It's not just watching the game, it's the hours of research prep. Thank you ever so much, Rich. You would know about the prep and production. For these watch-alongs as well, you'd be amazed. You have to make the thumbnail, set up the stream, type all the stuff in, get everything pointing in the right direction. And then we do a poll as well on the day. You have to set all of that up. And then you have to do stuff on the back end as well. But it's all great fun, I tell you. Here's Miller. Miller comes inside and outside again. Oh, I do like Liam Miller, but frustrating. 2 great dribbles, 2 rubbish crosses. Dear oh me. There you go, Dave. Double membership. Beautiful. And Paul has renewed. Thank you so, so much, guys. Anybody see Hull coming back into this? Here is Miller. Drives into the box again. Miller looked their most dangerous player last week. Danny looks their most dangerous player at the moment, doesn't he? Get him the ball. Hull fans trying to urge their team on. They've got a corner. Stoke 1, Hull 0. Narcis Pelach heading for a debut win as Stoke manager. The final ball this evening has been taken from the reduced shelf. Yeah, apart from the corner for the goal. I totally agree. Yeah. Palmer, Miller, nicely worked corner. Cole couldn't get there first, though. Nice idea. Manhurf, bad giveaway by Bay. Palmer crosses in, and again, whoever just said, Streaky, about the final ball, Casey Palmer knows better as well. Good player at this level. Charlie, bless you. Ben has been amazing during my cancer battle. You're so welcome, Charlie, and obviously been through stuff there that most of us couldn't even imagine. So you're the man, mate, not me. Believe you me. Here's Miller. Coyle. Floaty cross into the middle. Malem tried to bring it down. He tried to head it down to himself. He hit the bar, didn't he, Malem, last week? Is that right? Was it him who got into the box and hit the bar? He also got, I know he's wearing number 8 on his back. He got progressively further forward as that was kind of their attacking canary in the coal mine. Here's Balumi. He's had to go all the way home, though. What's that Spinal Tap song? I'll cry, cry, cry all the way home. That's a deep cut. Stoke don't look comfortable under a bit of pressure here. Game's not over. No, they have regressed back. Is the blooming timer all askew again, Callum? What should it say? 53, 53. Let me have a look. Oh, God, it is as well, isn't it? Right, hang on. Let me press some buttons. Sorry, time is literally going in reverse. How's that? Near as damn it. Let me just press pause for a second. I think we'll get it. There you go. Thank you, Callum. Sorry. Always F's up, doesn't it? Hello, Cleveland. Indeed, hey. Here comes Stoke. First kind of attacking phase for them this half. Bocat. Thompson. Bocat. Back to Thompson. Tim Volton not happy with Hull's press there, and a few players engage as they see him yelling at them. Get up the pitch. I'm sure the Hull fans aren't happy with much at the moment, guys. They're potentially, although to be fair, Cardiff play Leeds, don't they? So I'm not really seeing Cardiff having an easy game tomorrow. Is Bocat down the left. So they're not going bottom, I don't think, but still. .5 points per game over any period is not the one. And it's going to be up to 6 games if things stand. Crank it up to 11. Can you hear the sustain on that guitar? Yeah, there you go. We all remember, Charlie. We all remember. But he's right. You're the one that beat it. You the man. You the man. Danny, Hull do have some decent players. They always seem to finish strong, but with an end product. Just depends whether Mr. Il Charlie decides he wants to change managers halfway through the season, doesn't it? Zambrano, who made our 10 youngsters to watch video today. But he's hurt, just had a heavy landing. Narcis Pelach having a good word with Junior Chamado, presumably a long conversation to the effect of, stop letting Liam Miller run past you. Going to get another sub from Tim Volta. In fact, we're going to get a double. I think Simmons and Slater, is it, going to be coming on? He already made one at half time, bringing Miller in for Amur. Zambrano looks done, doesn't he? He's just holding his hip. Looks in some pain. Nasty landing, indeed. Pages of instructions on a dossier there for the Hull subs. I mean, you can't say he doesn't have a game plan, Tim Volta, but you can definitely say it's not working. In come Slater and Simmons then. Who's coming out? I think I saw Malem go off. Yeah, that's a surprise. So he's pulled out Zambrano and Malem, who have both shown good moments. Maybe I'm a bit biased with Malem because I thought he was actually quite good against Sheffield United last week. Stoke are going to respond. Pelach is going to make a sub of his own in a minute. But before that, Miller's going to have another run at Chamado. And if the instruction was take him out next chance you get, that's exactly what just happened. No foul given, though. Interesting. Cannon haven't done much attacking-wise this half, have they, Stoke? Although nobody has done much attacking this half. One shot. And that actually went to Stoke. So what do I know? The papers of the notes Mr. Illicharli gives him, right? Yeah. A hands-on owner. Miller easily Hull's best player. Not deemed worthy of a start, though, Richard, by Tim Volter. Emre Tezgel in for Lewis Kumas. Don't think I've seen Tezgel play before. Let me know if you have. It's only 19. They've got loads of young players, Stoke, haven't they? We're talking about Sol Sidibe today on the channel as well. Coyle. First touch there for Simmons. Miller. Coyle. Bellumi. Coyle just stops on the ball, doesn't know what to do with it, plays it to Slater, the substitute. 30 to go. I think we've decided there's going to be a watch along tomorrow lunchtime for Sunderland and Borough. If you fancy that, we'll get that all set up. I'll probably have to do it after this, won't I? Miller, much better cross right-footed. Betty was in there. Looked like a pull on the shirt. There. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. Oh, nailed on spot kick there. It's a terrible tackle by Bocat. It's the most stonewall penalty you're ever going to see. There looked like there was one in the build-up. What's he given now? Is he giving a corner? What's happening? Referee is deep in conversation. Looked like an absolutely nailed-on penalty to me. Looked like there might have been one beforehand from Bocat on Bedia. It's a clear shirt pull beforehand, so that should have been a penalty. That definitely is. But what's he given? Has he said Bedia was offside from the initial cross? I made that 2 penalties and I didn't think he was offside. What's going on? Ben Gibson has been booked. It looks like we are getting the penalty. By the way, by the letter of the law, and I'm being a right pedant here, if you gave a penalty for the shirt pull by Bocat on Bedia, you could also argue it's a red card. It's a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. But there we go. Right. Hull have a chance to equalise from the spot. It's going to be Casey Palmer. Right-footed, steps up. Big save, but Palmer heads in the rebound. It was a really good save by Johansson. He's got a bit unlucky there. Palmer does what all good players do, follows it in, heads it home, and it is Stoke 1, Hull 1. Get your thoughts in the comments. How unlucky was Johansson there? Wow. What a save, by the way, initially from Johansson. It's a brilliant save, one-handed. Palmer hits it pretty hard in the corner. And unfortunately for Johansson, it just bounces straight back to him. He's really unlucky there, the Stoke keeper. If he tipped that round the post, we were saying that would be a brilliant penalty save. Palmer does the right thing, though, obviously, keeps on his toes and heads in the rebound. And it is Stoke 1, Hull 1. I'm sure I'm sure no one in the chat's going to be arguing about the penalty, right? It was, there could have been two, and there could have been a red card. As I'm saying, if you thought the first shirt pull was a foul, then he could have been red carded for that. Definite foul. Just a really bad moment there for Bocat chasing his tail. And Hull are level. I wasn't quite sure how they would get back into the game, but they are back in the game nonetheless. And here they come down the right, actually. Oh, good header there by Bellumi. Can he cross this? Palmer's completely free in the middle. Where's he going, Bellumi? He's tried to take on Wilmot about 3 times. Oh, goodness me. It's on for Hull here, isn't it? Shoving the back on Coyle, who's definitely the new Luke Ayling of right backs here. I feel a bit sorry for him there. He's been whistled for a foul himself. Goodness me. Sorry, there's loads of comments coming in there while I was trying to figure out what was going on. Why didn't Bellumi cross it now? And then he goes back and tries to take Wilmot on once again. And then, yeah, look at Palmer's face in the box. He knows there was a golden 2 or 3 seconds there where he was completely free in the penalty box. Excuse my armpit. Sorry, the baby monitor's gone off. Hull have looked a lot better this half. Well, they're level. Going to be much worse than they were in the first half, could they? But yeah, fair comment. Could Hull get their first win? Yeah, momentum's with Hull right now, isn't it? Hull might nick this. How things change. Oh, no, that's interesting. So I think I know what the conversation was now. So let's get this right. If the shirt pull on Bedier is not given, the ball then drops down, Bedier heads it, Bellumi is in an offside position and then runs back, but you could make the argument with today's wording that when Bocat goes to touch the ball, a new phase starts, and then half a second later, he concedes the penalty. I think it's a penalty, but I can see that Stoke fans will probably flag the offside. I think it would be a bit churlish when, there were 2 potential penalties there. But if you're into the pedantry of the laws of football and you can debate it calmly, then you'd find that situation and scenario quite interesting, because there's lots to argue either way there. All I would say is I think the first shirt pull is a penalty. You can't do that in the box. It's a guy trying to head the ball at the goal from 4 yards and you're pulling his shirt right back. And then again, pedantry hat on, that's arguably a red card. Oh, shot driven in by Tesgel. Right corner of the box there. I think he was going for the near post. Yes, poor one, isn't it? So there you go. What an incident that was. So I think they're okay, the officials there. I've just seen another replay. I think when Bocat looks down at the ball, there you go. He goes to control it. New phase. So when Bellumi is offside, he's not active. And then when Bocat touches the ball, it's okay. I think they're all right with that on my wording. Yeah, I agree with Nick. Not offside because the new phase starts and he's not active. If Bocat hadn't touched the ball, he's offside. But defender clearly plays the ball, doesn't he? Which starts a new phase of play. So I think the officials are all right with that one. Bloody hard one to call, though. Clipped over the top for Bedier. Good sweeper keeping. by Johansson. Coyle's having fun. Must be his 5th foul he's been whistled for now. How unlucky was Johansson, by the way, on the penalty, though? Great leap to his right-hand side. Great big hand on it, but it just bounced straight back up exactly where he didn't want it to go. And Palmer nodded it into the back of the net. Gladly. Bocat takes the throw. Hey, Marlon. I'm good, man. Quite enjoying this now. It's not been the highest on quality, but it's pretty dramatic now and really nicely set up as we go into this last 20 minutes. Berger, Manhurf, Chamadou, Berger, good football, Stoke. Tesgel, crosses right-footed, easy for Pandur to catch. Berger wins that back off Palmer. Good little minute there for Berger. Here's Bay. Bocat, whose brain failed him, didn't he, for that whole penalty situation. Oh, let's see, poor fella. Here's Bocat. Swings that in left-footed. Good clearance. Drama. Thompson. Drilled that in from 30 yards. Easy block, though. Telegraphed it. Tim Volter has spent most of this half imploring the Hull players to get away from their own goal. But they're defending at the moment with 20 to play in this one. Stoke 1. Hull 1. Gibson steps out of defence. Tries to play a 1-2 with Tesgel. Horrible pass by Gibson with the right foot. What has new manager Narcis Pelach got up his sleeve for the last 20? This one, oh, Christ. Coyle there looked like a suicide pass, that one, but it found its way through. Right, everyone give Lee a good farewell because he's off to Ibiza after this. Have a great time, matey. Enjoy. Have fun and be merry. Drink and be merry. We'll send you some beer 52 out there. Balumi tries to block the cross in. Blocked out. Corner to Hull. Big Jones up from the back. Betty is a unit, isn't he? Simmons is pretty big as well. Corner goes short. Palmer. Slater edge of the box. One more on to Drama. Good hit that. Doesn't miss by much. Yeah, Hansen did take his hands away at the end, though, so I think he had it covered. Yeah, good effort by the fullback. As we come up 73 on the clock. And I can't believe I'm saying it. Hull look the most likely winner here, don't they? Palmer tries to clip that through. Oh, nearly a brilliant through ball there. Bedia runs through and totally didn't foul Johansson then. I think Johansson's playing a bit here. It's a perfectly reasonable run to make. He doesn't challenge for the ball, does he? They just bash into each other and okay, Bedia's a complete unit, isn't he? But he tries to get out of the way, doesn't he? You tell me in the chat. Did Bedia leave one on Johansson there? I don't think he did. But I wouldn't fancy running into him. Another substitute come in. Yeah, discuss that in the chat. Where are people off to tomorrow? If you going to Southampton, Ipswich, Plymouth, West Brom, Sam's heading to. Charlie's going to Bolton, Reading. I'm on parent duty, but I will be next week at Ipswich versus Aston Villa on the Sunday, which I'm really looking forward to. Another one down to Southampton. Bristol City, Oxford. Yeah, that could be formative for Liam Manning, couldn't it? Hey, Luton, Wednesday, Liam. Marcus is going to Cov Swansea. Rotherham, Birmingham for Charlie. Molly is going to play FC 25. Mate's house. Nice. Ian's heading off to Norwich tomorrow. Callum at Coventry. Richard's off to Sunderland. SUFC is unsurprisingly going to Blades Derby. Away day for Kev at Kenilworth Road as well. I'm going to Soccer Saturday. The hearse of hospitality, the curse of hospitality. Easy for me to say. Right. Victor Johansson is okay after running into Chris Padilla. And we are off again. That probably puts us in the kind of 5-minute stoppage time bracket now, though, doesn't it? And here's a Hull high regain. Slater in the box. Slater drives it in to the top corner. What a comeback by Hull. It's one of the substitutes. Tim Volter is on the way to getting his first win as things stand. And he's made a great stub. Regan Slater slams that one right-footed into the top corner. Surprise, surprise. Stoke 1, Hull 2. Give me your thoughts on that one. Woof. Great finish that, guys. Take a look at how little backlift he has when he's sorting his feet out. The defender's not expecting the hit. There. He hits that so well. Touch. Gibson's there. Little touch ahead of him. No backlift. And he drills it, doesn't he? Left of Johansson. Tim Volter finally has something to celebrate. And are we going to get a first Hull City win of the season? Let's go to the comments on that one. Wow. Did not forecast this at half time. We'll go to comments in a sec. Here comes Balumi down the right again. Balumi into the box. There's one over. Slater's got it. Oh, Slater, greedy. I don't blame him for shooting after he just smashed one in the top corner, but big opening there, and Stoke are all over the shop at the moment, aren't they, defensively? 6s and 7s. And all of you people who said in the chat, Hull could nick this. Yeah. They're nicking it. Let's have a look at some comments. There we go. There's the reactions to the goal. Always have to scroll up a little bit, don't we? Fair play to Hull. Always like a comeback. What a comeback this is. Wasted chances in the first half. Yep. Stoke have let this slip out of their own hands. Called it earlier. Yeah, you did actually, to be fair. I did not. Did not expect to be seeing this. Can Hull hold out for the win? Here comes Palmer into the box. Palmer. Oh, has that gone over the line? It has. Oh, they've gone 3-1 up. It's a complete collapse from Stoke. It's wriggled in past Johansson. Palmer has his second goal. Surely Tim Volter has his first win as Hull manager. Stoke 1, Hull 3. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Game over. Get your comments in on that one. It is 3-1. I mean, I've yelled Palmer's getting the goal. He's not getting that goal. He's tried to cut it back, and it's going to be an own goal off Wilmot, who has now scored at both ends. He's a bit unlucky because he doesn't know a lot about it. But that's definitely going to go down as an own goal. Oh, it's really unlucky. Look at that. Deflects off Wilmot, goes through Johansson's legs, hits the post, and then just wriggles over the goal line. But it's way over the line. And Hull are way out in front now. What a comeback. And that was 2 goals in 3 minutes or 4 minutes, 77 and 80. Seiko has come on for Thompson, another sub for Stoke. And what a horrible start for Narcis Pelach. Stoke 1, Hull 3. There you go, Tim Walter, masterclass. He's getting the win. Super manager. Calamity. Absolutely. Unbelievable. What a comeback, hey? Stoke going to be fuming with this one. Wow. Stoke 1. Hull 3. And Hull have really got the bit between their teeth. They couldn't score a fourth, could they? Surely not. Palmer. It's not Palmer, it's Miller. I've lost the plot. Whose dribbling is better than his crossing. Would you agree? I think Palmer was trying to cut it back to Slater, wasn't he? I don't know why we need the goal decision system on that. It's clearly working. It was miles over the line, wasn't it? Nice dribble from Palmer. Bit of luck. And probably decisive goal. Looks like Hull can do it on a mild Friday. Oh, yes. Bay. Berger. 8 to go. Surely Stoke are cooked now. Unless we're getting a really crazy watch along tonight. Bay into the box. Completely overexcited there. Smashes it into the stand with the right foot. The South Korean winger. Did say Hull finished strong. They finished very strong tonight, haven't they? Play Miller over Amur from now on. You would think that would make some sense, wouldn't you? Casey Palmer is going out. He doesn't get the double goal tonight. He's not going to get that second one. That's going to go down as an own goal for Ben Wilmot, isn't it? But he's always had it in him, Palmer. Never really managed to string together 30 games, 50 games, 60 games consistently. It's always been fits and starts, hasn't it? Miller, drummer, and who's gone down in the corner? Miller must have got caught. I wasn't looking. Mark, go away for 20 minutes and Hull turn into Man City. Well, there you go. Yeah, Miller's bought that one, hasn't he? Tesco, I think, treads on his foot, but he makes sure he gets the free kick. Tesco's got a yellow card as well. And Panda is going to, I assume, kick this as far up the pitch as he can as we head towards the final 5 minutes of this one. Panda got a yellow for delaying the restart. And have Stoke got anything left? They look a bit shell-shocked to me. Fair play to Hull. It's just been a weird game, hasn't it? It's not made a lot of sense all night, this game, has it? It's almost like the momentum of getting that equaliser did a lot to Hull and a lot to Stoke, didn't it? Because it wasn't like Hull pressed for 15 minutes and then scored and then, overran Stoke. Do you see what I'm saying? Strange. Manhurst crosses left-footed, easy catch for Panda. Here comes Matt back with terrible dad jokes, as ever. It's what he's here for. Check him out on the Premier League Check-In podcast, where he is banned from doing dad jokes. That'll be on the channel on Tuesday. Bit of frustration now from Wilmot. Thought he'd headed his side towards 3 points when he opened the scoring on 30. Little did he know, 50 minutes further into the game, he was going to be scoring an own goal that pretty much consigned them to defeat. Slater down the right, decent cross. Good punch by Johansson, who I feel a bit sorry for, the keeper for Stoke. He's not done a lot wrong. Really unlucky for the penalty. Bit unlucky with a deflected thing through his legs. Couldn't do a lot about Slater's one in the top corner, could he, with that little backlift? Here's Miller. Little one inside. Simmons. McLaughlin. Look at this. Look at Hull just controlling the game here. How about that? Paolo, do I think it's a weaker championship than last season? Yeah, but last season was, particularly at the top, the record-breaking hardest championship in history, wasn't it? So if you judge it like that, we always have this debate about weaker, stronger. It's impossible to define whether a league is weaker or stronger because each league has 5 or 6 different parts, and you can argue one part is stronger than the previous season, but does that make the whole league stronger or weaker? It's a good debate, but if the question is it going to be easier to get promoted this season than last season? It's going to be easier to get promoted this season, of course, yeah. You might not lose out with 90 points this season. Miller. Ooh. They tried a few more direct balls through behind for Bedia this half, haven't they? Nearly come off a couple of times. Conceding that penalty unnecessary. Set them on the course for disaster. Yeah, definitely compounding mistakes. Agree with that. And then there were 2 winless teams. Who's that then? Cardiff and who else hasn't won? Why do I not know this? Pompey. Oh, Pompey have had horrible fixtures, haven't they? Bless them. Maybe a bit harsh on Mr. Pelach after 2 days of work or whatever, but yeah, he's got a lot to do, judging by the look of this second half. I would agree. Free kick to Stoke, though. You never know what can happen if this one flies in the net. Not the worst strike in the world, but 5 yards further back, and that might have dipped under the crossbar. We're coming up on the 90. Double sub for Stoke. Niall Ennis and Ender Stevens coming in. Not entirely sure what he's doing here, Pelach, but if they score 2 goals, I'll call him a genius. Or a lucky bugger. In goals 4+ this game. I don't know what that means, but we have had 4 goals this game. Can someone do a goal count on the watch-along so far this season? We've been really lucky, haven't we? For all you lot that moan every time we get a 0-0. Loads of goals so far this season. 9 minutes stoppage time. I mean, I like doing this, but when the clock's going up towards 100 minutes, so, you know, whatever. Bocat is out, who gave away the penalty, from which Casey Palmer scored from the rebound. I suppose 9 minutes if you're a Stoke fan. Plenty of time to score 2 goals, but got to get some belief and confidence from somewhere first, because they look like a team right now that wants to get off the pitch and be done with this, rather than one who's going to make a miracle comeback. Silly pull there by Balumi. Fouls Bay. Stop this. Stop this now. Good night, Dave. Speak soon, matey. Berger. He looks player, actually, doesn't he, Berger? Not massively dissimilar to the other Berger in build. Different player, obviously, but you know what I'm saying, don't you? Ball chested back to Pandur, and Hull have killed 3 minutes so far of 9 stoppage time. Harold, I think Plymouth will do much better this season, even though they lost Cooper. We shall see. First win last round. Nice easy fixture away at leaders West Brom. They've had the leaders 2 weeks running. Plymouth, how's your luck? Manhoef. Sato lays it off. He got a foot in, and Miller clears it up of the line. Sorry, Seiko. Who does the Asian lad Saito play for? Who's that? That's another new championship player. I'm getting confused. Stevens round the back. Oh, good clearance. Ah, brilliant. Sorry, I'm laughing. Berger did one of those shots, you know, where it hits your shin and then it hits your boot. Kind of rolls down your leg a little bit. Classic. 24 goals. Thank you, Rich. In how many games is that? Have we done one per round? So if that's 24 in 6 games, that's tremendous. I bet it's like 7 games though, isn't it? Mason Burstow is coming on for Chris Badia. 8 games. Woof. Is that how many likes we've got? We've got 199 likes. Hit the like button if you haven't already. That's a good number tonight, isn't it? View channel. Nah, it says 138 here, but it's just gone up to 140. $95 on the clock. Throw into Hull, who are doing a fair job of seeing this one out. I think we're going to be back tomorrow lunchtime for Sunderland Borough. So do join us tomorrow lunchtime if you're watching that one. I'll try and get that all set up and whatnot. Manhurf. Still a slim chance for Stoke if they score like right now. Stevens give and go. Good block by Coyle, and he doesn't see the corner either. That works. Seiko, horrible ball out wide. Floats it through the air and behind Manhurf. The camera's on Casey Palmer. I'm assuming that's because they've made him man of the match. Yes, they have indeed. I think we can give Tim Volter a few more games. Well, a first win for the German. Be very interested to hear his interview after this. Narcis Pelach will be immediately under pressure. Always a lot of expectation for a new Stoke manager. Can you be the guy to finally do what nobody else could do in this latest championship run? Not Rowett, not Nathan Jones, not Michael O'Neill, not Alex Neil, not Stephen Schumacher. Is he going to be the guy? 90 seconds of the 99 minutes, including the minimum stoppage time to play. And Liam Miller, who's had quite the impact off the bench, draws a foul. Posted without comment. I'm not laughing. Stick that one up as well. These are awful, by the way, and I'm an enabler here. Less than 1 minute of minimum stoppage time to go. Throw into Hull. Should be able to kill this last minute down in the corner here. Burstow. It's a foul, isn't it? No, it's a goal kick. Bay looked like he'd gone in the back of the substitute. Goal kick's gone short. And I'm sure the Stoke fans will love this. It's just getting tapped around the back with 15 seconds to go. To be fair, it's a good ball out to Stevens. Stevens inside to Berger. 5 seconds of minimum stoppage time remaining. I don't see a reason why we would go far past 99 minutes. There were 2 subs, were there? But come on, ref, we're done. Stevens crosses it in, cuts it back rather. Good play by Slater. And he is the final player to touch the ball in this game, as Tim Volta and Narcis Pelach shake hands. Tim Volta looks like a very relieved man, because remember those pictures of the Hull manager at halftime? He looked so furious with how his team had played in the first half. But they have successfully made the comeback in the second half, which we will talk about in detail right now in the match review. So on debut for Narcis Pelach, the new Stoke manager, it was Stoke 1, Hull 3, in just a kind of weird nonsense game, wasn't it? It was strange, let's be fair. There was not a lot of rhyme or reason to what was happening a lot of the time, and not a lot of rhyme or reason to the momentum in the game kind of altering about the way it did. I thought Hull started really badly and were very easy to play against in the opening 15 minutes. And Stoke, if they had had a killer touch at all, would have scored twice in the first 15, 20 minutes. It evened out, and then Stoke did take the lead. Ben Wilmot, some pretty pants zonal marking from Hull from a corner, and Wilmot heads it in. Another couple of opportunities that weren't taken by Stoke. When I say opportunities, I mean openings rather than actual, real nice positions where you think that next pass and you're in and you're 2-0 up. And they were very, very much made to pay in the second half. It was a penalty first off to get the equaliser. Casey Palmer scored from the rebound from the spot. Very interesting incident where I'm very happy with the fact that they decided it was a penalty, because there's a shirt pull in the first instance, which could have been a penalty and probably would have been a red card as well. Then you have one of these weird things where Bellumi, the player who's going to get fouled for the penalty, is in an offside position, but the Stoke defender, Bocat, plays the ball, which obviously starts a new phase, and he runs back past him and is quickly fouled. So I'm pretty, I think the officials got that one right, in my humble opinion. And then Slater cracked one into the roof of the net. Lovely finish with limited backlift 14 minutes later. And then 2 minutes after that, El Collapso, El Completo, weird goal. Palmer tries to cut it back. Deflection through the keeper's legs. Hits the post. Wriggles over the line. And Johansson, who was really unlucky for the penalty, cannot keep it out of the net. What a strange game. But Tim Volta gets the first win on the board as Hull manager. There are the numbers. And, I mean, when you look at those, it makes Hull look like quite good value for it, which is what I mean when I say it's just a bit of a weird nonsense game, wasn't it? You get what I'm saying. I'm not piling in on it. It's just strange, wasn't it, the way it went back and forth? So 58-42 on the possession to Hull, 1.43 to 0.86 on the XG. 26 shots in the game, only 5 on target, and we got 4 goals, although one was obviously an own goal, which doesn't count as one of those shots. Let me tell you how it will be. Taxman. Let me tell you what that's done to the league table. Look, Hull go above Stoke. They're both tied on 6 points, and that looks a hell of a lot better for Tim Volta, doesn't it? Because we were talking at half-time. You are really stinking the place out if you're at game number 6 and you're at 0.5 points per game. Not clever. But he gets the win. Let's get the final sign-offs from you guys. Thank you, Matt. We'll see. Matt will be on the channel on Tuesday doing the Premier League check-in podcast. Straight back to square one, says Nathan. We were happy with Schumacher. We were, and it's going to get toxic. Why? Because I see what you're saying. Yep, I get it. Just desserts, although Hull did it with Rosinha. Shuey probably having a laugh. You'd have to ask him. A tale of two halves. Only difference is Hull took their chances. See, look, Liam, he cuts through the crap there, doesn't he? Took me about 5 minutes to say that, and he summed it up quite nicely there, hasn't he? Right, thank you. Thanks, Ian, in the chat. Thank you, everybody. And huge thanks here. Look at this. On the super chats to Lee, to Matt. Again, big plug for Matt. Amazing channel of his own, and he's going to be with us on Tuesday doing the Premier League check-in. Ben as well. Thank you on the super chat. We had Brandon as well. Thank you earlier in the stream. Nick, amazing kindness, gifting 5 memberships. And Ian, look at that, paying for my soft play for Enid today. So super, super kind. Thank you all for joining us. And the plan is now, if I can run it by my lovely mother-in-law, Sandy, then I'll get some child looking after cover and we'll do Sunderland Middlesbrough tomorrow lunchtime because that got the thumbs up, didn't it? So thank you all for watching. Let's put Nick up last because he was so kind to gift those memberships. And we'll see you tomorrow lunchtime if you're around for that one. Congratulations, Tim Volter. Stoke 1, Hull 3.